Hey guys. Ow. um, Sorry about the long wait. Yeah, some stuff happened. That's not really here nor there. So, alright. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to get started on writing our book. It's going to be amazing. And I'm back. I didn't really go anywhere. I was just testing some stuff out. Anyway, yeah, so today we're going to get started on writing our book. So, I have a vision of dragons. And I don't know why, but I think it would just be cool to write, so I'm going to write it. But I'm going to write dragons and get ready for the cliche human form. So it's going to be like superhuman people kind of thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Anyway, I use Scrivener. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of Scrivener. You should have by now, especially if you do NaNoWriMo or any kind of writing. You're going to need Scrivener. It's the best thing ever. I'm going to do fiction. I'm going to do novel without parts. Yeah, because I can add my own parts. And I'm going to call this I don't really have a name. So I'm going to call it January Story. There we go. Create. I'll change it later once we come up with a name. Yay! If you're familiar with Scrivener, you know this novel format screen, which is great. I'm going to make this full screen. There we go. So I'm just going to delete this because we don't need it. It's going to go right down to our trash. Now, it's this novel without parts, but it always starts you with a chapter and a scene. I don't know what that's about, but I always turn that into outline and V.1, version 1. Now I have my blank page to work with. Alright, so I'm going to start with characters first. I always start with characters. I feel like characters are very important to your story. They're sometimes the driving force behind your story. So you're going to need them. I'm thinking of having two main characters at least. 2 main protagonists and some faux antagonists and 1 real antagonist, which just gives me some subplots to work with. I don't usually get around to writing a whole lot of subplots, but in this story I kind of want to mix things up. I want to really get into the... I'm sorry about the glare on my glasses too. There's nothing I can do about that. This screen is just ungodly bright. Let's see. So I want my 2 protagonists to be in their 20s. I don't want any babies. Or do I? I guess they can be younger. But I don't want to write kids. And when I say kids, I mean like 16, 17. I am going to set this story in a Middle Ages kind of world. because that's the only word that really makes sense when you're talking about dragons, right? No, you can put them in a modern setting if you want to, or a futuristic setting, it doesn't matter. But for this story, I'm going to go with Middle Ages. I am going to be making my own map. Probably not on camera, unless you guys want to see that. I tend to hand draw my maps. So, if you guys want to see that, let me know. If not, then I'll just do it and it'll just be for me. I think I'm going to make them. I'm going to make them kind of youngish, but I want to stay in that new adult realm. So I'm going to make them like 19. If that's okay with you guys. All this stuff can change. I want to make one like 19 and like the other one. I should make them both like 19. No, I want to make the other one like 21. Not that these ages are relevant for dragons. I mean, they live to be, what, hundreds of years old? But it's a good guideline for me to go off of. Because I just like to have those things. So, one's going to be younger than the other. They are both going to be female. Just because. We're going to have I don't know if this is well, this is something I like to do. I don't know if it's a actual thing or not, but I really like to have ethnic main characters. I think that that's a big deal for someone like me growing up who never really saw that. I really like to write that just in case anybody ever reads my stories or, finds me on YouTube or whatever, and they're like me, they're just a younger version of me, they'll have somebody to really put themselves in their shoes, because I didn't really have that. I mean, what I had was really good. I had like Fearless. I don't know if you guys remember Fearless. Agent Out, Dark Angel, all that good stuff. I love that stuff. But I never really saw too many people who look like me. And I think that's a big deal for me to put that in my stories. I don't know why I do it. That's just what I do. So, let's see. Are they both going to be African American? We can make one African American. We'll make the 19-year-old African American. Or of darker complexion. And we'll make, oh, I gotta clean my glasses. Oh, the glare is gone, but I can't see anything. Oh my gosh. They're still not clean. Oh well. I'll make the other one a little bit lighter. I'm not gonna say she's white. I'm gonna say she's like Hispanic. And these are still dragons. These are still dragons, people. I was going to say something, but I don't really need to say anything right there. I kind of get it. And I'm going to have to find some names for these people. So let's go down to our antagonists. Forgot how to spell antagonist for a minute there. Good stuff. Let's do... The ages don't really matter with the antagonist. I mean, one does. One is like 25, so I can put 25 years old. And the other one is humans. And another one is lichens. So again, if you're watching this, which I really appreciate, you're going to know everything. You're going to know everything about this story. So there will be no secrets. So the ones who have ages next to them are dragons, and the other ones are specified. Let's go for... Okay, so 25 years old. Let me adjust this real quick. I can't really see. So 25 years old is going to be a male, because you always need to have a male and a female. I like to keep it balanced, but I'm having two female protagonists, so it's going to be really hard to keep it balanced. Unless I make like every one of the antagonist males. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to do that. Let's see. Humans are, of course, oh gosh. Of course, they're going to be multi-gendered, if that's a word. And multicultural, which I know is a word. Would not spell like that. Okay. And we can make him a white guy. Let's go for Caucasian. Oh, my spelling's really off today. Okay, so we have 25 years old, male, Caucasian, with human, multigender, multicultural, lichens. They're gonna be mostly male. Can we do that? Mostly male lichens. Really, lichens are going to be the same as humans, but the way I'm picturing them is like, I don't want to say like Twilight, but they definitely are going to turn into wolf-like creatures. They're not going to turn into actual like huge wolves or dire wolves or anything like that. They're going to turn into kind of like a werewolf kind of thing, which is what a lichen is. So usually they run in packs, and they pick and choose who they would like to be in their packs. So, and that's usually mostly males from what I've seen. So we can do that. I'm not going to stay too much longer because I have other things I have to do. But I will be back in a timely manner to finish this. Let's see. So they're mostly male. I'm going to put multicultural on here too. Nope. They're mostly male. They're multicultural. Yeah, I think that's all I need for that. So we have our protagonist and our antagonist. Now we can, let's see. We can go look up some names for our main protagonist and antagonist. We can do that. Let me make this a smaller screen again. You like my background? It's power lines going across because I'm so interesting. It's just power lines. That was bigger than I expected it to be. Let's lower this again. There we go. We'll go to the Google and we'll go, anything you see on here, I don't own. So that's a thing. And we'll go, fantasy name generator. This is how I usually name my characters in the beginning, and then as they kind of grow as characters, I kind of pick the names that I think fits with their personality. But until then, this gives me a really good base to go off of. So I'm going to go with medieval names. Surf. Surf is a good one right off the bat. Got that. So, even if we don't use them for our main characters, Surge, like Serge Ibaka, I guess, we can still keep them. Let's get female names first. Dame. Peasant. Aselina. Eschina. Rosia. Rosia? I don't know. Adelina. Emily. Adelie. I like Adelie. Wait, where'd Surf go? Stop erasing my names. Okay. Rosemond. No. None of these. Guinevere. Tibby. Tibby's a good one. Let's see. Eleanor. Susanna. They're kind of regular sounding names, so. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Sally. Kriya. I like Kriya. I like Nan. As you can see, I am favorable of the short names. Just because I think they sound better when read. Not that Helissa, whatever, doesn't sound good. Or Lionette, Mariella. Marielle, Marielle, or I might say, if I'm going to pronounce it right, like Marielle. Bessie, which is not a name I want to use right now. Joanna Jacket. No. Zristiana? Zristiana? I like that one. Whatever that is. Wish it didn't have an X on it. I don't like X names for some reason. Gloriana? I like Gloriana. I don't think I'm going to take it. Bridget. Mary. Brangwine? No. Really just want one more. Albury. Taddy. U.S. Jonna. Minnie. I think Minnie Driver, I guess. Ada. Marion. I already have Marielle, so I'm going to leave that there. Okay, so that's all I'll do for right now. And I'll go to males. Jessup. It's a hard P. No. Jordanus. Renewfulus. Renewfus. Lance. Lounce. Jeffrey. I don't like that one. Parrot. Yasak. Raul. I like Raul. I'm going for Raul. Was it? It's R-O-U. R-A-O-U-L. Even though I only need one, I'm going to go over just in case I want to pick and choose names for later for the humans and the lichens. Cyril. Simon. That's a good one. I'm going to spell it with an I, though. Not like that. Dandy. Andrew. Serlin. No. No. Peyton. Cyril. Jocelyn. Christoffel. Sten. Let's go with Sten. So like Surf. Only I probably won't use Surf because I see now that Surf is a title. But I like the name. I like the name. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Bart. I like Bart. Atkin. Sayer. Nikki. Let me go if you guys have any names in mind too that you would like to see. Because really, I'm just, you know, doing this for right now. I like Rolandus. There we go. We have a long name now. I think that's going to be all. And they are from the Iron Hills. For the Golden Mountains. The Monstrous Highland. I don't know how I spelled it over there. Monstros. Is that how I spelled it? There we go. Okay. And the town below them is called... Get out of here. Get out of my life. Not called Pern. It's not called any of that. It's not called any of that. Norwich? Swordbreak? Oh. Eastcliff? Let's call it Eastcliff. Or at least that would be one of the names for it. Eastcliff. Oh, that's one word. Orr's Rest, which is a good one. Because there is going to be a sea. There's going to be a sea, and on this kind of land block that they're on, it's not an island, but it's an actual, I guess all land is an island if you're talking about Earth, but it's larger than an island. It's a continent. There we go. It's going to have one huge mountain range on it with towns speckled all at the bottom of it, and some really dense woods, because I want those for the lichens. And the towns are gonna run along, well, some of the towns are gonna run along the coast, along the edge of this island, continent, and it's gonna be amazing. Anyway, that's what I have in mind for right now. Don't stick me to it or anything like that. Newsham? Langdale. Woodhurst. Credendid. Cardendid. Need one more name. Stathmore. More? More. Okay. So, I think I am going to get rid of Surf. Just because it doesn't go anymore. Mountain names. Town names. I have to do this the hard way because I don't like to use shortcuts. Because you would say that I don't like to use shortcuts because I'm not lazy. But really, using shortcuts are more laborious to me than anything else. And I don't like to use the keyboard all that much anyway. Unless I have to when I'm typing. Let's see. They even have descriptions on here, which is something I've never seen before. Get out of here. Gem descriptions. Okay, so we're probably going to be using some of this. I like that. I like that. The gens. Concept ideas? Look at this. Of course, we don't need any of that right now, so... yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. We have our protagonist, our antagonist, and some names to pick from. Let me know what names you guys like best. I'll pick whichever names I like. I like Mariel and Nan. And for the boy names, I like Raoul and Bart and maybe Rolandus. Just because I like the Monsters Highlands. Because that's where the monsters are going to live in my story. And I like Orr's Rest. So let me know if you guys have any different opinions or anything like that. And yeah, we're well on our way to having a thought out first concept for a story. All we need to do next time is do the what do you call it? The one sentence summary, the paragraph summary, and maybe some must-happens. But I'll have more time to do that at a later date. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and Bree out. I gotta get a new outro.